Hi guys and welcome to BombAnime. It's your girl
Ruka
and Big Boy Summer here, bringing you another episode of Paranoia Agent. You know what it is. Let's get right into it.
This episode gave us a couple of answers, but not too many. First of all, we found out that Shonen Bat only attacked two people, Hirakawa and Ushi. So someone else attacked all those other people, and we have no idea who it was.
Well, let's do the jobs of the detectives.
Okay.
Who knew everyone that has been attacked? Who was in their head knowing that they were going through some stuff? Who stands to gain to capitalize on each and every single one of their downfalls? And then, who did they all brokerage a deal with in order to get out of their turmoil? Whoever that is, I think that's the guy.
That's your detective work.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So Manuel, the young detective, is going through some things in this episode. But what kind of irritated me was the older detective telling him to go take a vacation because he slightly lost it one time, when this guy has been losing his ish the whole time, every episode, beating up children, shaking up grandmas, leaving people for dead.
That is the legal system we're talking about. We already know that's how they roll, innit? They don't like children and grandmas and people not being left for dead.
This anime is a representation of 2020.
Go on.
I don't need to say it's all been
I wasn't asking you to explain 2020 to
me. No, it's just that every episode we're just seeing the worst of the worst. It just doesn't stop. I thought we'd have a lighter episode, but someone actually passed away, and it was a child. And his last moments, his last days on this earth were terrifying. We did not see his parents there. His parents were not called. He was alone. He had not even a lawyer. All he had was these two detectives screaming in his face and shaking him up and hitting him and throwing him across the room. And then he died in a cell alone.
Yeah, you're right. It is a bit intense how this anime goes from the deepest, darkest ways humans can be and then doubles down every episode. I mean, it's doing a very good job of exploring that kind of disgustingness.
Not only that, it's the way that it does very small things to bring you feelings of unease, of horror, of just that feeling of being on the edge of your seat. We see that Hirakawa is the only one that shows up to his daughter's bedside, and it's just him and her, and he's the one that leaves with her as well. The mom's nowhere in sight. Now, when I watched the other episode, the mom's face looked really drawn in, and I felt like she had some kind of terminal illness, something that was keeping her ill.
Yeah.
She doesn't look well.
Nuh-uh.
And I think that's also how Hirakawa was able to get away with what he was able to get away with.
The gambling, the ladies of the night and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking she wasn't in the picture, but she looks really sick. When Taiko was taking pictures with her mom, she had to encourage her mom to like do little poses.
Yeah.
And that just brought more thoughts to how she must be ill and not able to do as much.
Yeah, I mean, this anime is one of them things that if you watch too deep, you get disturbed. And even if you don't watch too deep, like the imagery, I mean, let's go back to Taiko and Hirakawa. They spend most of the episode just looking in the sky. Is that a nod to their mum? Well, his wife and her mum.
I really hope.
Was it so bad that she had to forget the past in order for her to cope? This is some deep stuff. Sorry, go on, Ruka.
No, I was just saying I hope that the mom isn't gone, because then Taiko is completely unprotected. There's no one that's willing to keep going for this case. The only person that is Manua, and he has really gone to the edge of insanity. Like, he's obsessed with the case and not in a healthy way. He doesn't seem to have a great grasp, and we're seeing it again. Yet again, another character that does not have the best grasp on reality anymore. We saw him in the room full of radios. Listening, I don't exactly know what he's looking for. Clues, maybe, because he's lost his job. I don't really know. But even if he was, you only need like one radio, fam.
I agree. This whole case has wrapped more than just the victims' quotation marks lives. Everyone who's come into contact with this case, big or small, is getting the downfall, except for the ones who got quotation marks hit by shonen back. I'm so paranoid in this anime, I don't know what's up from down and what's left from right. I'm lost. And the deeper I look into it, the more I go, nah, this ain't right. What's going on? Are you trying to stop me from figuring it out? That's what I'm saying. The guy who did it is that person that I mentioned and described in the beginning. Don't know who he is, but it's that guy.
Okay, so how do we explain Kazuka's death? How do we explain it? He was in the cell was locked, then he somehow gets attacked, and none of the detectives notice. They rush there, and when they get there, they see Kazuka standing there. It looked like him, wearing his exact clothes, and he skates off. Who is that person? How comes it looked just like him? And it's bringing me back to my thoughts from before, that a lot of the people were not hit by shonen bat, and that this is some kind of strange mental break that we're seeing amongst these people. Perhaps, I'm going to say it again, just maybe, we're not watching a city at all, and this is an insane asylum.
How'd you skate out of prison? There's no way you get through the front door.
They're not getting out. I'm not saying they're getting out of the front door.
But okay, I'm not saying, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with your point about a mental asylum, but I'm just saying, if you took it at face value and it's an actual jail, how'd you skate out? They all saw
they went down the stairs.
They all saw the thing, the person or the apparition or whatever. It doesn't get past reception, because everyone knows in the prison you can't just walk in and out or skate in and out or whatnot. You're not getting through that with skates or whatever. So did they all, as you said, have a big mental break at the exact same time and watch a guy who's bleeding? How's he bleeding? He's in prison, fam. He hasn't got a shank. He hasn't got nothing. He didn't speak to no one. How's man bleeding?
The blood pattern was also very unusual. He had been sitting against the wall the whole time, so had he been beaten to death, I would expect to see blood around the body and splatter. But however, it was like he had been dragged across the whole floor in a line. It's not consistent, and there's just too many strange things that have occurred that don't make any sense.
Like the door being open to a cell and someone being dead and you catching them dead. And he got Epstein's blood.
Got to be one of the people that work inside that jail.
That's what I'm saying. Is I'm thinking that they're gonna twist double hard and then go for it was the cop the whole time. One of them, Manuwa or the other dude. It's gonna be one of them the whole time, and we're all gonna be like, I knew it.
Hirakawa also has something to gain from Shonen Bat disappearing, because Manuwa went to him and said, was Taiko suffering before she got hit? Now, we already know the evidence has been washed away. The house is washed away. Taiko smashed up the cameras, so he's also had time to remove any extra evidence. Why would she have been attacked by Shonen Bat? He would have had to know she was suffering, and to know that she was suffering, maybe he knows why she was suffering, so we have to get rid of that person.
And he's a cop.
Exactly.
And he also knows about the deep underground as well.
And he also knows the cops, so people would let him in because, we know him. A lot of people break protocol because they know the person, and no, they're also, they're okay.
It's ridiculous. This show is just making me feel ridiculous, and it's like they said, it's a paranoia agent. This show is just a paranoia agent. It just makes me go nuts in my head going, I don't know what's going on. Could it be him? Could it be her? You know what? What if it's Sakiko? I said it. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I'm throwing it in there.
It could be anyone. I think that's what you're getting at. It really could be anyone. But also, I want to know why Manuwa was so obsessed with the old man at the hospital. Why did he fixate on him in this episode?
See, at first I thought it's because he thought it's the same height as Shonen Bat. If Shonen Bat is still real, he's the guy. He looks like a golem. Like, he's a bit scary. It's him. Everything points to him being weird, so it must be that guy. But then seeing all the motifs, like different colour changes when Maniwa sees him, or the different kind of dreams he's having about him, and the fact that he sees that guy everywhere coming back to haunt him, it must be a case where he's literally seeing Mr. I Can Write the Future everywhere. Because Mr. I Can Write the Future, innit?
Okay, I'm at a loss on this episode. I feel like I'm no closer to getting there. I'm no closer to having the answers. Usually when I'm watching an anime, I can sort of start seeing where it's going. I can start making quite accurate predictions. But here, I am completely lost. So please, guys, in the comment section, tell us what you think.
Yeah, don't spoil it though. I kind of want to enjoy the ride.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Peace.